So today's topic is power patterns based on demand and supply. So let us see some table of contents. First, we will study about FDR supply. So then we will go with FDR demand, and then we will see some examples, and then we will see a different pattern known as flag limit. We will see some examples, and then we'll see some case studies. Uh, so so what is a supply FDR? So basically, you see that there is a low. When this low is broken, we get another low, that is low 2. And once this low 2 also gets broken, before breaking, you see there is a zone, demand supply zone, that is created. And once price again comes back to this zone, you see the selling again starts. So the key points are that there is a low, so that is low 1. When this low 1 gets broken, we again get a low 2, and after this low 2, before breaking this, it forms a zone, and it again breaks this. Then this zone is known as the FTR supply zone, and whenever price again goes to this zone, the selling happens. So now see, let us see this. There is a low 1, it gets broken by this candle. Now low 2, again before breaking this low 2, it forms a zone, and whenever price again comes to this zone, you see the selling again starts. In a similar way, what is the demand FTR? Demand FTR is similar. When there is a high, this is a high H1. When this high H1 is broken on the upside, this is the high 2. And from high 2 to high 3, you again form a demand zone. That demand zone is known as FTR demand zone. And whenever in future price retraces back to this zone, you have to go long. So you see in this picture that there is a high 1. When this high 1 is broken on the upside, you get a high 2. And before going to H3, it forms a zone. And when this zone is again reached by this price, you see the buying again happens. So let us see some cases. Now this chart was actually shared in the Telegram group, and this is the recent Nifty chart, 5-minute chart. You see this is L1. The first low, it is this. Once it gets broken, you get the L2, low 2. And once this L3 is broken, see, before going to L3, it forms a zone. And this zone, when again price goes to that zone, you see the selling again starts. So let us see this again. There is a L1, low 1. This is broken. We get a low 2. Again, this is broken. This is L3. And now we have to consider the zone that is created by this L2. And this zone is known as the FTR supply zone. So whenever price reaches back to this zone, the selling again starts. So let us see, this is ACC chart, daily chart, and you see this is one low, this is L1 in this case. This L1 gets broken, it forms L2. This L2 you see again gets broken here, this is L3, and this is the supply zone. This is a FTR supply zone. So whenever price goes back to this zone, see, this is a daily chart, and from the moment here, see, from 1600 levels, price went to 1300 levels. So irrespective of the time frame, and this works on the 5-minute, this works on the daily chart. This is the daily chart example. In the previous case, this was a 5-minute example, but both charts almost are identical. The main concept is that you get the L1, this L1 gets broken to form L2, L2 forms a zone, this L2 is again broken to form L3, and when price retraces back to the zone, selling starts. This concept is known as FTR supply zone. Now this is the 4-hour chart. Chart is Nokri Info Edge. You see L1 price, L1 broken, formed L2, L2 broken, L3, zone gets formed. Mark the zone. price retraces back to the zone, selling starts. Now this is the buy case. Now previously we have seen some selling example. Now this is Titan daily chart. H1 is formed, H1 is broken, H2 is formed, uh, H2 is formed, this zone is formed, H2 is again broken on the upside, H3 is formed, and price retraces back to this zone, the flag limit zone. This is actually FTR, and now see, from this zone the price has went to 2700. Now almost 1000 points up move from this zone. So this is the case of FTR. So if this is an important slide, if you're enjoying the content, please like our channel, and also you can consider subscribing if you're new. Now let us see another power pattern. This is the flag limit zone. Now in the previous webinar which I conducted last Saturday, there was a concept of major SR and minor SR. So now see, this is this at this point this is a minor SR because only one time touch, but on this point, can participants mute themselves? This is a minor SR because only one touch is there. But this is a major SR because two times it has faced rejection from this. So now what is a flag limit zone? You see at the this is a zone and there is no breakout. This is a zone right and found at the major SR level. It means that normally, now I'm getting disturbance from participants who can everyone mute their mics? So you can see now what is a flag limit zone. This zone is created exactly at the minor or the major support or resistance. So this is not a breakout, this is actually a zone. Base candle gets formed exactly at the major support or resistance. Now this is a major resistance because you see two times price reverse from this point, and when a zone gets created at that zone is known as a flag limit zone. Once price goes away from this zone, we have to wait for the price to retrace back to this zone, and whenever price retraces back, it again the buying starts. So this is a flag limit zone created. We have to look for a major support first, then look for a base candle right at the major support or resistance, and then once price retraces back, we have to look for a buying opportunity. So now let us see this case. This has recently happened in Nifty daily chart, and you can check at the bottom after this meeting. You see this is a major resistance, 1 2 3 3 times 4 times rejection. You see this is a base candle. Once it gets cleared, you can see price clears it. So we have to, next step is that we have to mark this zone. Once you mark this zone, and see in the next step you will see price is again back to this zone, and this is the time to go long, and you can see the next result from this Nifty. This is a chart of Nifty from 15,700 levels, it went to 18,000 also. This is a most recent chart. You can see how these zones work. So this is the total content. I mean, any questions for this? Any questions? Now is just time for the doubts. Uh, anyone from the participants? No doubts? See, shares I mean, that is your personal choice. Now, see, the concept can be taught. Now, how can it depends wherever you see this FTR and flag limit, whatever I have taught in whatever stock you are. I mean, there is no scanner in that will scan for this. So you have to learn this and you have to search. I mean, see similar. I mean, on the chart in whatever stock these either flag limit or FTR is formed. Now let us like this is Nifty. So when I have seen this manually that this is an zone and whenever it will retrace back, this will be formed. So you can randomly take any stock and you have to first, I mean, make yourself familiar with this zone. What sort of zone is this? And then you have to find that on the stock. You cannot get ready-made scanners for these concepts. I mean, if even if there are, they must be paid. I don't think there is any free scanner for this, because these are very rare patterns and not easily available. On normally you will get a head and shoulders, double top, all these patterns, but these demand and supply patterns are not actually known to many people. So you have to actually scan them on your own. The rules are simple. Find the major SRs, find the zone. This is a major SR. Find the zone base candle there. Price retraces back to the zone, and then you have to see on these two concepts. Is there any doubt, or it is not clear? I can go back and again. Or any, yeah. FTR actually is fail to return. Fail to return actually means, see, when the price is returning, it normally, what is our opinion, that it will break and go like this. But because this is a FTR zone, what will happen is that price, this is actually a flag limit. Let me go back to the FTR example. See, yeah, normally what will happen, that if it is going up, it should cross this. But FTR means that file it price is failing to return, and it is again going, changing the direction in this side. So it is failed to return. Yeah, any
Hello,
other? Yeah.
sir. I discovered your channel yesterday through Quora.
Okay.
So I'm asking a different question, different from your current context. Can you explain me these horizontal yellow and blue lines? What are they and how it works?
I think this is, let's keep it separate, because I think I have already made a video of a volume profile. If you have searched my channel, search for volume profile. Let me give a brief about this. Basically, in volume profile, there are two nodes. One is a high volume node, and one, you see this small part, this is a low volume node, and this is again a high volume node, this is a low. So every high volume node is separated. You can see in between we get low volume nodes. So the concept is that whenever price travels from the resistance and supports, if you have to find, let me first clear it. Now see, at this moment, price is in a high volume node, right? So when price goes away from this, see, as soon I have marked the high volume node. Now let me go to a smaller time, 15 minutes. See, when price moved out of this high volume node, you see immediately it fell down. The reason is that when price moves out of a high volume node, it quickly falls and it goes to the next high volume node. So in between, you see there is a low volume node. Whenever price falls out of a high volume node, it will quickly form a new node. I mean, uh, basically it travels quickly from a high volume node and it will stop at the next. Now again an high volume node is created. So now price is between in this. So this is basically the resistance. This is the support. Suppose price again breaks this, it will again fall, and now at this moment there is no zone, right? So what it will do, it will like this go, and it will keep on making a high volume node again, and it will again do like this. Once suppose price goes out of this high volume node, it will again stop at the next high volume node. So this is the concept of volume profile, and has been separately covered in other videos. So I think you can watch that, and if you have doubts, then you can come to back to this. Any question on the current topic? No question. No. This is clear. Whatever I was taught today. No doubts. How many participants are there? So is any? I mean, do you want me to take any chart in which we have to search for this? Okay. So now let us take a random chart and see how this concept works. Let us. Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Is it audible? I'm getting warnings from audio. You can see this is actually a flag limit because base candle is there. And in the same example, you saw there is a base candle right at the major support. So this is flag limit. And in the daily chart, this zone, because L1, L2 and L3, this zone was the FTR. So if there are any other no question, then we can stop here and you guys can check your charts. And if there are any issues, you can, send that. But I want more participation. Then only, you will learn. Because if I'm only speaking, you may feel shy to speak. If that is the case, then it won't help you, because if you want to learn, you have to speak. So let's stop here if there is no doubt. Any doubt, or we can stop. So let's stop here. Okay, thanks for joining. And in case of any doubts, do reach to me.